masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death construction.
Live from Easy K Studios in Kentucky, it's time for a retro episode of Easy K Show. Tonight, we break down movie news. Your hosts, Darth Easy and Rady Cage.
Woohoo!
Alright guys, welcome to a retro episode. Since someone forgot their mic for this episode, we're going back to old school Easy Cage version. So I am Darth Easy.
And I'm Rainy Cage.
And like I said, this is our movie news episode. This is movie news 12, by the way, and it's also episode 94 of the Easy Cage
I will
Show.
definitely remember all that to title this when we're done.
Okay, so let's get right to it. So, our first news story of the day is a potential Star Wars, a solo story or something, or solo a Star Wars story TV show potential. What do you think about this?
I'd be game for this because at the end of Solo, you know, there was kind of a little bit of a cliffhanger. I mean,
It kind of set itself up for a trilogy.
Yeah.
It really did, and the poor box office, thanks to good old Last
Killed it.
Jedi, really killed it.
because you know you could go back and get what's her name?
You could get Alden Albright to do it.
Yeah.
You could definitely get Emilia Clarke to do it, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Donald Glover would show every once and again, maybe.
Yeah, I think you could.
Gotta be honest with you,
You get that
I'm
Disney money.
more interested in a Lando series with Donald Glover than a solo story series with Han Solo showing up every now and then in a Lando series than this.
I'd like to learn more about the group though that Darth Maul and what's her name were in.
Yeah. Unfortunately, thanks Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm being really reactionary lately, I don't think we're ever going to see that. Especially now we're getting Obi-Wan into a TV show instead of a movie. It's all thanks to Solo.
Yeah, I know. But if we can get this as a TV show, I'd be game.
Yeah.
But I still want to see Mandalorian. I want to see how these shows are going to feel and be like, before I'm like, yes, greenlight every Star Wars show ever. I'm not going to be the Christian Harloff of this show and just be like, it's going to be amazing, greatest thing ever, TV show from here on out. Like, we don't know. We haven't seen a single damn episode, and that's what we did with The Last Jedi. So,
sure.
Let's just wait and see how Mandalorian is. If Mandalorian is amazing, then I'll probably be, heck yeah, let's do 20 Star Wars shows. But, yeah, I would be game for it, though. There's more story to tell there, for sure.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the first meeting between Han Solo and Jabba the Hutt. I think that would have been cool. And then maybe seeing Boba Fett in there would have been cool. But, you know, we're not going to see that in the movie form. Because. All right, let's move on. Jurassic World Battle at Big Rock review thing. What did you think about this?
I thought this thing was amazing. I cannot believe you didn't watch the whole thing.
I just couldn't.
It was like 6 minutes.
I didn't care for it.
It was super short.
I just didn't care for it.
I will give you this: the acting in it was dumb. Like, it was cheesy. Like the kid screaming and everything. But the effects for a little mini thing were really good.
Yeah.
And it just, once again, I know you did not like Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. But
I didn't like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I hated Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
But once again, this is, in addition to that, it's showing you the world that we're going to get in this next Jurassic World movie, which is going to be what we all wanted, a Planet of the Apes type end of the world scenario. The dinosaurs are loose in America.
Yeah, that's not really...
Spoiler.
That's not really what I wanted from the second movie. I wanted more of a military, them using the dinosaurs, and then things go wrong. This one, they're just breaking free, and now dinosaurs are around everyone else, and now they're just like, oh, what are we going to do? Are we going to kill them all? Survivor of the species? So, and then the movie's going to be a more environmental message about how we shouldn't try to destroy animal life, and
I don't think that they're going to go with the whole, we're just going to try and coexist with them. I think that's what they're going to try to do at the beginning of the movie, but I think by the end of this third movie, dinosaurs will be the new king. What's it say at the end of Jurassic Park 1, the banner that comes down? Dinosaurs rule the world or something? I can't remember now. over the T-Rex.
I don't remember that.
That's what's going to happen by the end. It's all going to come full circle. Dinosaurs will be the king of this planet.
You got so much faith in this franchise.
I do. I also really like the idea, and everybody hated it for some reason, the idea of mixing dino DNA with human DNA, and then there'll be a new breed of humans who are like can relate to the dinosaurs and like live with them, but like more like in like a jungle style, like that girl who was cloned. Like
Listen, with everything wrong with Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, that's not one of the biggest things I have issues with.
Okay.
So I just do not have any faith in this mother freaking franchise. I am so over it.
I'm still holding on.
I'm
one
so
of those guys.
over it.
So I loved the short though. I
Okay.
thought it was cool.
Cool.
I don't know, man. If you didn't think that short was cool because it was just a little bit of survival,
I just don't have. Like I said, I don't have any faith in the. I just don't have faith in it. I don't care.
And what's his name's coming back? Colin Trevorrow.
Right, and that's why I don't have faith in it. I didn't care for the first Jurassic World. I really didn't like the second one more than the first one. And this come from the guy who did A Monster Calls, which I freaking loved. And I don't know.
We'll see.
It's a studio movie, and it feels very studio-ish, blockbuster-ish, and just does not have the magic the first Jurassic Park did. That first shot of Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom with the storm, and you see the dino head, and the guy doesn't even realize it. That's awesome. That was incredible. If the whole movie was like that, I would have loved it. But it wasn't.
I feel like that short was like that.
Yeah, whatever you say. All right, Movie Pass.
Yeah.
It's over. It's finally over.
I still got my card.
Yeah.
I haven't chopped it up. I think I'm gonna keep it for memories.
Yeah, I have a card on my desk. I think. So.
We should keep them. I don't know about you, but they did suck towards the end there for sure. But
you know, it kind of opened the doors for subscription service for movies, and it really opened the door for other. I mean, we wouldn't see Cinemark have their plan. We wouldn't see Regal and AMC have their plan. Cinemia, remember that? No one does.
For a little bit.
Yeah, I did too. Wasted a lot of money
Yeah, I
on
was going
that.
to say, for me, I'm not as upset about MoviePass because especially that first couple years that I had it, I watched so many movies.
And it really allowed me to review so many movies on my YouTube channel that I would not have been able to review at a time. It was nice when I was living in Murray. I could just get on my scooter, drive over to the theater, and watch a new movie a different day.
Now, I still wish there was some third-party one that would let you go to any theater chain for the same price of like our Regal Unlimited.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if any company can pull that off. And
yeah, I don't think they can because it's just not affordable. It's affordable with the companies, or at least we think it is.
I think the Regal one is about as good as you can get.
Yeah.
I mean, our Regal subscription. I mean, it's got its flaws too, and like you said, we're tied to Regal, but I don't know. I don't hate MoviePass like everybody else does.
I have fond memories.
I was still a subscriber all the way up till they shut their doors.
Yeah.
So
from day one to day 0.
Yeah, but yeah, it's oh well. Wah, wah, wah.
All right, Princess Bride. It's getting a remake for some damn reason. What do you think about this?
I'm not one of the people that's like, this movie is perfection, don't remake it. Like, I never really like that about any movie. But I don't really know if The Princess Bride, depending on how they remake it, like...
Depends how they remake it.
I don't even know if there's an audience for it. I mean, I like Princess Bride.
I think it's
really good.
I think it's... I would throw it in the conversations of one of the greatest movies of all time.
I don't know.
It's one of the top 100, 200 movies of all time. I think there's a conversation for that. I don't think it's in the top 10 conversation, but I do think it's one of the great movies, and it's just so quotable. I mean,
Is that so? If they remake it, the whole reason you want to remake something is get a whole new audience into it, like the kids that haven't seen Princess Bride or whatever. If they do that, they're going to have to pretty much. I just don't know why you would even want to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool if you did the Princess Bride and like a sci-fi kind of setting to it, or do like a western, or don't do the same. Yeah. I just don't think if you're going to remake it, I think if that's the case, though, you would call it a reimagining instead of a remake. It's just like
Jumanji.
Jumanji, yeah, sure.
Although that was a sequel.
Yeah, I was thinking more. I would say Fistful of Dollars and Yojimbo, but they're kind of this. It's basically the same movie, but one's a samurai film and the other is a western. So, and then there are other ones too. So, the Magnificent Seven is a remake of the original Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
So, you know, or like there's some there's some Shakespearean stories that have been reimagined into coming of age stories. So, I mean, it's an idea. It also goes to the fact that Hollywood's running out of motherfucking ideas.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next story.
Okay.
Emmys recap. Really, there's not much to talk about. The Emmys kind of look terrible.
I did not watch it.
Neither did I. Game of Thrones won Best Series, which is kind of ridiculous, in my personal opinion, because
it was the end of Game of Thrones.
I know,
a
but
legacy award.
It's just kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Where shows like Better Call Saul or Barry or another, I don't think Barry was in the same competition, because I think Barry was more of a comedy show. But still, I think a show like Better Call Saul or something like that should have won, because I think it had a better season than Game of Thrones did. The first 3 episodes of Game of Thrones, I think, are incredible. I think the rest of the season kind of teeters off, and it's gonna be lucky to make my top 10 TV when we do that episode.
Yeah, I'm the same with you. I did not like the last season, especially the last couple episodes. So that's got a sour taste in our mouths, where we're like, eh. But like you said, or like I said, it's probably a body of work award. Like, it's over. Let's give Game of Thrones, one last Emmy, even though we're getting like 14 spin-offs. So.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Bob Iger. He says George Lucas felt betrayed by him and by Disney. So,
yeah, because he wrote a bunch of scripts.
Well, he wrote. I think it's more. He wrote the outline of the story for episode 7 through 9, and Bob Iger basically had a handshake deal to say, hey, yeah, we'll do this.
Yeah, and then was like, nah, we're good.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Say what you want about Lucas, and say you want. Disney may not want to done that version of it, but at least George Lucas, for every Star Wars movie he did, good or bad, there was something different and new about it. I can't say that about this new trilogy.
And he planned stuff out.
Yeah, he planned stuff out.
Yeah, this new movie trilogy.
There's nothing planned out.
No.
Yeah. Episode 7. Who's Snoke? Who's Rey's parent? Episode 8.
No one cares. Yeah.
And that just pisses me off more than anything, and also really ruins my enjoyment of Force Awakens. Because when I saw Force Awakens, it was one of my favorite movies of that year. Now if I went back and redid that top 10 movies of that year, it would not even be in that conversation.
I know, but I'm still holding out hope that 9 is going to fix things, and like, I still consider 7 to be great and my favorite movie of that year. And even if 9 does suck, and it's just like, all right, the whole trilogy sucks, I'm still going to hold on to that and just pretend the other 2 don't exist.
Right. It's just the thing is, when I watch episode 7 now, I cannot not think about. It's like, oh, I don't know who my parents are, and then you're just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. and Snoke, oh, you look cool. You're just gonna get chopped up.
Yeah. Well, I did hear we're going to get some more stuff about the Knights of Ren, about Snoke, and the start of the First Order in this new movie. So I'm just holding out hope, man, that we're going to fix some Last Jedi problems. But anyways, back to George Lucas. He's good playing, good storyteller, not the best dialogue writer.
But the thing is, though, if you look at Empire Strikes Back, the script was not written by George Lucas.
Yeah.
It was a George Lucas story, but then, what's his name?
Kasdan.
Yeah, Lawrence Kasdan came in, he wrote the script, he took the story of Empire Strikes Back and wrote an incredible script for Empire Strikes Back, and it's one of the greatest movies of all time. And that just tells you how good Lucas is. He's just a great storyteller. He's just not good about telling people to talk. He likes scenery, visuals to tell the story.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Jurassic World 3 is bringing back Sam Neill and Laura Dern.
Hell effing yeah.
Okay. Well,
when I heard this, I was like...
And maybe Jeff Goldblum will have more of a...
yeah, because he's coming back too. And
even though he was one of my favorite parts of Jurassic World.
Trevor said they will have significant screen time.
So 30 minutes.
Significant. None of that 30 seconds on the end in the beginning. am pumped for this, especially the Sam Neill thing. I like Lauren Dern; she's great. Yeah, woman.
Just don't give her purple hair.
Me too. But yeah, but no, I want to see Sam Neill come back. He needs a redo after the third movie, and which I can't stand. And
still better than the last movie.
I don't agree with that at all.
And the second one.
And yeah, I want the original cast here because now we're in the real world. The original cast should be around here somewhere, and they're going to be like, we told you guys to quit messing with the damn dinosaurs, and you kept messing with the damn dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want it to be cool. I want Chris Pratt and them to meet, too. It could be like our Avengers Jurassic World moment here.
Listen, if the third Jurassic World happened, and Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard wasn't in it, I don't think anyone would give a shit.
Yeah, but they're in it. They're in it.
I know, but I'm just saying, if we just heard they're not going to be in it, they got killed off screen, and Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and Laura Dern are going to be the stars of this film,
I would be fine.
I would be more excited for this.
And
film.
that's it wouldn't be crazy because in Jurassic Park movies, that's what they've done. They've moved on to and focused on a different character. In the next movie, they focus on a different character. Yeah. And so, but yeah. I'm just looking forward to them meeting, to seeing what they're doing in this world, and I love them, and I think it'll be awesome. Plus, it's going back to the masterpiece that I think is the first film, so let's bring them back.
Okay.
Let's cap this last movie. I am excited about this movie. I know, but I liked the last movie, so of course.
When's it coming out?
Not this summer, but next summer.
So
2021. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Kevin Feige. He's making a Star Wars movie.
This sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. I mean, Kevin Feige is one of the more franchises he's probably fond of, and there were talks of him maybe becoming the CEO of Lucasfilm. That's not happening now since he got the Marvel CEO or CCO, whatever it's called. Yeah.
It'd be cool because he's awesome at doing Marvel movies. So let's see what he's. What I'm more interested in is, supposedly Lucasfilm was taking a break for Star Wars movies, but now we're getting all these different people that are supposedly doing Star Wars movies. Like, we still got, what's his name in his trilogy? We got the old trilogy. We got, now Kevin Feige's doing a movie. It's like...
Yeah. But Kevin Feige's not directing it. It's more probably he's producing it. And
still, how are we... And we're not even getting another Star Wars movie until, what, 2021 or 2022?
That was 2021.
And even if they did one a year, it sounded like there's like 9 movies laid out already. So, I don't know.
I really won't be surprised if we hear the Dave and the Game of Thrones guys.
Yeah.
Star Wars gets canceled.
Really?
I won't be surprised.
Isn't that going to be the Old Republic one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, allegedly.
Yeah.
So, I just won't be surprised because we saw the same thing with Lucasfilm. Very reactionary with John Trank when Fan Forsic was terrible and they pulled his movie.
I'm thinking
completely.
There will never be a Rian Johnson trilogy. I think the Game of Thrones guys trilogy, the DB and Ys, I think that's going to happen. I think the Rian Johnson trilogy about Broomkid or whatever it's going to be, it's never going to happen.
God, I see this so much.
We don't ever hear anything about that. Like, it was before Last Jedi even came out. They were like, he's getting his own trilogy, and then that's it. We haven't heard a beat.
Well, but then we also heard during that before, which got us so pumped up for Star Wars, was that it's better than the last one. The Disney Wars were so happy with the movie, and then we're just like, what the hell did we just watch?
I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, Kevin Feige, come on, take a little. Maybe he can. I just imagine if he does really good, makes a really cool movie, they still might be like, you can be CEO of Marvel and Star Wars. It's a lot of work, but
is it though?
Maybe get Dave Filoni. I'm still on the Dave Filoni train of running Star Wars.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah. So I know.
So all right, just because you want someone like a Kevin Feige type, with the of knowing where the story is, where the Star Wars is. Kathleen Kennedy, she's a businesswoman. She's a good businesswoman. She's just not the creative person that we're used to in this age where we want good story to drive good narrative.
I agree.
All right, let's talk about he's back. Spider-Man. He's coming back to Marvel.
I couldn't believe this when this happened.
Yeah.
I thought there's no way, but apparently the way I understand it is Tom Holland went to the head of Sony and the head of Disney, Bob Iger, and said,
Work a deal.
I'm walking, unless you work a deal. And so they said, all right, and did another movie. So, and we're getting one more Spider-Man movie.
And then he's going to be
in an MCU film. Yeah. That's the deal. I'm pumped because I did not want that Spider-Man was going to be such a wreck. I was more worried about that Spider-Man movie than anything. I didn't care that he wasn't going to be in the MCU anymore. I was more worried about how is this Spider-Man going to
be. I was more worried because I think the talent alone with Tom Holland and bring back the directors, and then just not even mention MCU, I think that you still could have made a pretty good Spider-Man movie. I want him still in the universe. I think it's inevitable, and I am starting to believe that eventually that Apple TV is going to buy. I do believe that. I think Apple will probably buy Sony.
Oh yeah, I've heard that weird rumor.
So and if Apple buys Sony, Spider-Man automatically reverts back to Marvel.
That would be cool.
And if Apple TV, because I'm hearing some things about Apple TV, they're going more for the streaming service that's starting like a week before Disney.
Yep.
They're not going to have as many shows,
but
they're making some quality good shows though.
Yep.
So, and quality is better than quantity, really, if you think about it.
And it's also going to be cheaper, and
it's only going to be $5 a month for the start out.
It comes up with a free 3-month trial, and if you buy an Apple device, you get it free for a year.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of free and a lot of cheap.
Yeah.
So I'm not completely opposed because there's a couple shows on there that look kind of cool. They already renewed a bunch of them for season 2 before they even launched it too. So
yeah. So I mean. So that's where my headspace is at for Sony, and I want Spider-Man in the MCU. I want him in the next phase of whatever they decide to do with the next team of movies. I would like to see Spider-Man in an X-Men movie. I think that would be cool. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to see Spider-Man out of the MCU, and it's just I'm glad that deal was able to work. And good job, Tom Holland.
What if they somehow write this movie to where Tom Holland dies, and then they can reboot it again in the Venom universe after? Like, what if this is the end of Tom Holland in the MCU? Like, that's part of the deal that we just don't know about.
Yeah, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully they're able to work it out where Venom is part of the universe, but it's so small world, it doesn't even affect anything, though.
It's hard because then you put Venom in there, then like the Venom movie is technically in the
MCU. But it's not a main part of the story though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Daredevil basically. Daredevil takes place in New York, and that's it. That's Venom.
I think they could do it.
I think that's all you have to do
with the whole universe thing, like they did in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel like they could do it.
Right.
Like Venom show up in.
But like I said, I want Spider-Man in another Marvel movie. I want him in another team-up movie because him, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, both be the next era of the Avenger team of whatever we decide to do with the new Avenger movie.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next story. Travis Knight. He's up to direct Uncharted.
I like Travis Knight. I'm still sick of this damn Uncharted movie. I don't want it to exist. Speaking of Tom Holland, I know he's still pushing for it, and somehow he used that to get Sony to bend over. But
here's the thing about let's just talk about the director. We're not going to even really get into this Uncharted business, really. I mean, we've been wanting an Uncharted movie for years, and the Nathan Fillion thing.
Yeah.
Travis Knight made me care about Transformers again.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of credit for me from there. I love Keep It Under Two Strings. Mm-hmm. So as far as I'm saying it, 2 for 2. Okay. So let's see if we can get a third one right, and if he gets another one right, then he's one of the top directors right now. So, and I think a Tom Holland Uncharted movie could work. I think
that's the part I don't like. I liked everything you said until you said Tom Holland.
I do think a Tom Holland Uncharted movie can work, but by the time we get this Uncharted movie, it feels like he's going to be the right age, and then we're going to be wanting a Tom Holland Uncharted film.
He'll beef up. We'll have a beefier Spider-Man and beefed up Nathan Drake.
So,
grow some facial hair.
Yeah. Just don't put Zendaya in it. All right, let's move on. We got the King's Man trailer.
I love this trailer.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was significantly better than the first trailer, which I liked.
It's got what? Kick-Ass in it.
Yeah.
It's the main guy.
Yeah.
You got Voldemort in it.
Yeah.
And it's got some other people in there as well.
We're gonna get like the origin story of how the Kingsmen become.
Hopefully, it's not the Golden Circle.
And yeah, it looks like by the trailer, it looks like it's gonna be a little more serious, not so damn goofy. And I don't know. I just like the music, the all the action scenes look really
and
cool.
I love
the sword play. You don't get a lot of sword play.
Well, plus it's set in a World War One, where it's the first time where nations have gone against each other. So you kind of need spy agencies going against, or the first intelligence trying to figure out what's going on. So I think it's a very interesting thing. I still believe in Matthew Vaughn. Golden Circle, I had moments. It just, I never want to watch that movie again.
Yeah, me neither. I don't.
I want to watch. There's only like certain scenes I'll watch in the movie, and that's it. But I don't ever want to watch the full movie again. I'll go back and watch the first one. But to be honest with you, it's kind of like a Last Jedi situation for me with Kingsman. The second one kind of ruins my enjoyment of the first movie a little bit. So I'm hoping this new one can actually make me go back and watch the first one again and enjoy it.
Supposedly after this one, we're getting a third one.
Yeah.
But
Taron Egerton, he's fresh off of hopefully being nominated for an Oscar for Rocket Man. So let's move on.
All right.
Birds of Prey, or the Marvelous Adventures of Harley Quinn, or whatever it's called. So, what'd you think about this trailer?
Oh, we're talking about the trailer. I thought we talked about this already. It's okay. I was kind of into it. I like
that little first teaser they showed during It, where you hear the It theme.
Oh yeah.
And then she's, I am sick and tired of class. and then the trailer. I like the new trailer. And actually, kind of interesting thing, I was reading about Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
It's not really related to Birds of Prey, but the CW, they're doing the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover.
Yeah.
And apparently, characters from the Birds of Prey movie is going to be in the Crisis, and they're going to be the same characters because it's multiple universes. Yeah. So you can throw in those characters, and there's even rumors of the original Batman movie characters being in there. So it's kind of a interesting little thing. But
Ewan McGregor's in this. Is he the villain?
He's Black Mass.
Oh.
Black Mass is he was in that video game Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
And basically he's a gangster who wears a mask. He's a lawyer during his daytime, but he has a persona as Black Mass who's a big part of the mafia in Gotham City. And I love how they use the Ben Affleck chaos 3 years after the events of Batman has disappeared from Gotham City, and now these new heroes got Huntress is supposed to be in it. That your girl from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is going to be in there. This is going to sound racist as hell. The black girl from Friday Night Lights is who was a girlfriend with Michael B. Jordan.
I would say that
she's supposed to be in it as well.
My negative of this trailer is we didn't get a whole lot of Birds of Prey. We got a lot of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and I would have rather them bring in Batgirl. I think that would have been cool too, and then maybe they could have segued into a Batgirl movie because they've been talking about that for years as well. Probably never going to. Maybe they could do that in the sequel.
That was all a trick.
If this is successful, it could be good, and I'm hot. DC is. I am really happy with DC right now. From Joker and Shazam.
Joker was.
And we'll talk about Joker in a few weeks. Mm-hmm. But the way it could set up the next Batman movie has me really, really intrigued. So yeah,
I'm a little mixed on the DCEU, like keeping Joker out of it because it's not really a DCEU film. I still have not seen that masterpiece in the DCEU, so I'm still a little lukewarm. But I'm pumped for some. I love Margot Robbie, so
okay.
Yep.
So about The Gentleman.
The Gentleman, what's that?
That's the new Guy Ritchie film. It's got
yeah, I watched it. Now. I just forgot that's what it was called. Yeah,
it's coming out in January.
Yeah.
So, but you like...
there's so many movies coming out in January this year.
Yeah. I like Matthew McConaughey. I like Guy Ritchie. So it could be a cool little action-y film. I really like The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I mean, I think it's a very underrated Guy Ritchie film.
I like The Legend of King Arthur.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
You have a hat?
Yeah, I do. I was paid off by the studio.
Yeah, that's right. And most people hate it.
I know.
Like John Roca on the Top 10 show, they absolutely hate the movie.
He does get video gamey at the end, but
yeah, he does.
But yeah, I saw this trailer. I thought it looked cool. It looks like him going back to his roots. Yeah, I'll be game to watch this.
Yeah.
I'll be using that Regal Unlimited in January.
Yeah.
Not on stupid horror movies.
Yeah. See this and the other movie we're
Bad
talking
Boys, Doolittle.
Yeah, sure.
There's a whole bunch.
All right, let's move on. So here's the one of the bigger topics to talk about.
Okay.
Marty Scorsese. He
Oh, yeah.
hates the MCU.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
Well, at first, he was just like, hey, it's just not my cup of tea. He did tag on the end, it's not cinema.
Yeah,
which is a little bit of a...
he calls it, it's amusement parts, it's finger part.
But then...
you gotta love him. You gotta love him.
A couple days ago, he doubled down and was like, no, really, it's garbage. Anybody who goes watches it's an idiot, and the theaters need to quit showing it. That's kind of what he said, and you're like, okay, you're taking a little too far.
Okay, so thing is, I mean, he's 70 years old, and it's just not his cup of tea, and that's fine.
I'm fine.
And he has an opinion, and that's completely fine with. Is it cinema? Is it as much of a thinking cinema as The Wolf of Wall Street or Taxi Driver compared to like the latest 8-Man movie? Absolutely not. They're not even comparable. But I do think, but tell people like the guy who did Black Panther and the guy who did
or Joker.
Well, I think he likes Joker. He says the MCU. He doesn't say
I know.
He doesn't say all comic book movies.
He is really picking on the MCU for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Because they've been successful.
from his point of view, though, some of them are fun, action-y movies, and I can say that about a lot of films.
Yeah.
But it's not his movie, so I don't think people should make it a big deal and like.
I was completely like, okay, people are just blowing this out. It's just his opinion. But then when he came out and said,
but I think it's hilarious though. He's like, no, he's doubling down, and I kind of love him for that.
He said something like the theaters need to do something about it, and I'm like, what? Like quit showing Marvel movies? Like they're gonna do what makes money.
But the thing is, I mean, Marvel movies has kind of broken films if you really want to get down to it, where now it's all about what's your big franchise, what's your next big movie going to be. So I mean, there is a problem with.
I don't know if that's Marvel's fault.
I think Marvel did kind of start the wave of this, because then every other studio was like, well, DC's like, we gotta do this too, and then Universal, we're gonna create our dark movie universe, and then there are all kinds of other studios doing the same thing. So I don't know the answer, and we won't know the answer for the next 5 years, because we won't know, because movies are planned 3 or 4 years ahead of time anyways. So we'll see what happens, and this fun comments from Marty Scorsese, one of the greatest directors of all time.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the Onward trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
I only watched this one once, but it was with where they get him half his body up or whatever, and he was like, I don't know, it kind of looks like Weekend Bernie's in Pixar.
I was thinking of a fantasy version of Zootopia.
That's true too. It reminds me a lot of that Will Smith movie that came out on Netflix. What was that? Where it was basically a live action version of this movie. Bright.
Oh yeah.
Bright.
Yeah. I was about to say Brightburn, but now.
Yeah. But yeah, I have heard like some good things about it. People are raving about the father connection in the film and stuff. So. Mm-hmm. I'm pumped for it. I also have a poster, so I have to root for it.
You're being bought by Disney.
Pixar, though, I mean, they make good movies. I mean, you never, you always give them the benefit of the doubt.
But what's the last?
Last original was Coco, which was great.
No, I mean, what was the last great Disney movie? Really, or last Pixar movie?
Great Pixar movie?
Yeah, that really transcended the animated genre. For me, I know you don't care for it. For me, it was Inside Out.
Yeah, I didn't like Inside Out.
So what was the last one, in your opinion, was the last truly great Pixar film that you're like, wow, I need to watch this over and over again?
Maybe Brave?
Let's move on. All right, let's
Oscar-winning Brave?
Whatever you say. Yeah, beat out whatever.
Yeah.
That was really good compared to
Wreck-It Ralph or
Wreck-It Ralph
or something. Yeah.
I think there was a good Miyazaki film that you
I don't know. Yeah, it's been a while since WALL-E and Up and Those two I consider like they're greats, and I love Finding Nemo. You're right, but they've been doing a lot of sequels though too. And this is an original. Coco was really good.
It was good. I know you put in your top 10 that year.
I did, but that was because it was a horrible year for
And
animation.
you did that just because you felt pity on the animated genre.
I liked it. I've seen it again since.
Okay. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise.
This one I liked better than the trailer we're going to talk about here in a minute. Only because it felt like everybody was compared to all these different movies. To me, it felt like Pirates. I mean, it is a movie based on a ride at Disney.
Yeah.
And you got The Rock and you got Emily Blunt. It felt like Pirates to me, and so it could be awesome.
That's not how I.
It had a little Indiana Jones flavor to it.
It had a little Indiana Jones. Kind of felt like maybe Emily Blunt should have been Tomb Raider.
That opening scene where she's flopping around on the ladder and stuff,
that
reminded me of
Johnny Depp. The thing about this trailer I like the most is Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt's one of my favorite female actresses working today. I think Emily Blunt is incredible in this little bit of trailer.
Yeah.
And I really, really enjoyed her. And The Rock, he's there. And
it's a summer movie.
I want to see The Rock do something different. I'm sick of the action Rock films. He does the same thing over and over and over again.
He's an action star.
I know, but I think he has more in him than just doing the action movies.
Well, maybe when he gets a little older.
Yeah. But
Arnie style.
It's just eventually these movies aren't going to make the money they are. And I mean, if you look at Baywatch didn't make the money.
No, neither did the Tower one.
Yeah. So eventually he's going to be like, well, maybe I should try to do something else. And it's the same thing with Jason Statham. I think Jason Statham should do something different as well.
Well, anyways.
But yeah, I liked the trailer, and I liked it a lot more than I thought it did. And like I said,
Cassie Tyler said, "Meh."
Well, they don't like it either.
So I was like, "Meh."
Let's move on to the next story.
Okay.
Zoe Kravitz is going to be Catwoman.
Awesome.
Yeah, I like Zoe Kravitz. She was really, really damn good in Big Little Lies, and she's hot. And I'm interested in her version of Catwoman. It's the second African American we're getting as a Catwoman.
Yeah.
It's Halle Berry. Hopefully, she just has to show up and not really say anything to be a better Catwoman than Halle Berry.
Yeah.
So I think she'll do it, and I'm looking
I
forward.
don't think it'll be hard to beat Anne Hathaway either, because that's a super realistic Catwoman.
I loved Anne Hathaway's Catwoman. I really did. I thought she did a really good job portraying that character. And then Michelle Pfeiffer was the original Catwoman. That movie is
the more campy Catwoman.
Yeah, it's so overrated movie.
Well, I guess Halle Berry would be the campiest Catwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm game for it.
All right, let's go on to Tony Gilroy. He is going to be involved in the Cassian Star Wars series being developed by Disney Plus, which is the prequel to Cassian before he shows up in Rogue One. Basically about him being part of the Rebel intelligence, being a spy, and also they're going to have K2SO in it.
Yes.
So this is a very interesting series for Star Wars to do, and this will probably be a one season show. Probably.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the shows for the Marvel shows, I think they're just going to be one season.
Just little anthology things.
Like I don't think you're going to see more than, you might see more than one season of Hawkeye, but I think it's because Jeremy Renner is going to be Hawkeye, maybe passing the torch on to like a Haley.
Going on with Jeremy Renner?
Not really. So anyways, maybe passing the torch on to like a Haley Steinfeld or whoever eventually becomes the next Hawkeye.
Yeah. And
then maybe she gets to do 3 or 4 seasons of Hawkeye. But I don't think, like, you're not going to see more than one season of Bucky and the Winter Soldier season. So.
Well, this guy you said was a writer on Rogue One?
Yeah, he was a co-writer and apparently ghost director of the movie. So.
I like Rogue One.
Okay.
So.
Let's move on to Bombshell trailer.
I thought this was pretty good.
Yeah.
As a guy who watches a lot of Fox News,
and
I've heard a lot of these stories already before, I'm interested to see the behind the scenes. It kind of reminded me of like a, not a Big Short, like, I don't know, just like the behind the scenes newsroom maybe, where we're going to get into this.
Well, apparently the story's already been told. Apparently Russell Crowe was that character.
On the show,
Yeah, on Showtime. So,
I did watch a couple episodes of that.
And John Lithgow in the trailer looks so unrecognizable.
I know.
And we've seen him in a fat suit before with The Crown.
Yeah.
And John Lithgow's just such a... you call him underrated, but he's just so good.
All those girls, though, they all look just like the people on Fox News.
But the only problem I have with this trailer is what's-her-face is in it.
Who? Margot Robbie, Nicole Kidman?
No, not her. The annoying blonde girl from Ghostbusters. The Saturday Night Live girl.
Yeah, Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, I hate her. I absolutely hate her.
I think this movie could be good.
Yeah, and it's got Charlize Theron in it.
Yeah, Charlize Theron.
Kristen Wiig's in it, isn't she? Or am I thinking of something else?
Think so.
Anyways, I'm just getting females involved,
Yeah.
confused. So,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
I bet this is going to be an Oscar-y kind of movie.
Yeah.
It's coming out like November.
And anything to take down Fox News, I'm all for it.
It's not really about that, though. It's about the culture and the guy that was running Fox News. He's dead now.
Yeah, I know. But any time to take a shot at Fox News, I am so for it.
Such a liberal.
Absolutely.
The one channel that we get that conservatives have a voice, and you want to take it down. I get it. All the other channels are your babies, but this one can't. No one gets to have a conservative voice.
We got to finish the show. We don't have time for this. All right, we got Doolittle trailer. Looks terrible, don't you think?
It did. It looked horrible.
It didn't look as bad as I thought at the end after all the days I was hearing online, but I did think it. I was like, hey, you know what?
It looks like the
I want to see
Compass.
something. I want to see something from Robert Downey Jr. That's not Iron Man.
I know.
And I'm hoping Sherlock 3 comes out eventually because I really like Sherlock. I really like Robert Downey's Sherlock Holmes. But, I don't think this is going to be his next big winner.
Yeah.
And I think after The Judge didn't really do as well as he was thinking it was.
He's
kind
going
of
to come back and be Iron Man 4. But how will he do that? We'll do it Iron
Ghost
Man.
Iron Man.
Ghost Iron Man.
All right. Final news story. Paul Dano was revealed today, which will actually be yesterday, is going to be the Riddler.
Cool.
I'm hoping we get a more serious Riddler. And
what, Jim Carrey?
Yeah, Jim Carrey. Because Riddler's a very cool, interesting villain, and the only person who can stop him is the world's greatest detective. And I'm really seeing him going to be in it, and them doing Riddler was a thing I heard from Matt Reeves that he was looking at noirs. He was looking at stories like Alfred Hitchcock's films. So this could be a really cool little Batman thriller style movie.
It's getting me excited to have all these people casting Batman.
And maybe they're deriving a little story from Batman Hush, a little animated film that came out this year. So guys, that is episode 94 of the Easy K Show. Check us out here every week on the Easy K Show on the Dark Easy K channel. And until next week, all too easy.
Peace out.